How's it going, everybody? This Siri here, and this strike spot just landed. It looks like 2 minutes ago, and I got to do a reaction on this. So we're gonna end up watching this. Let's go ahead and make this bad boy full screen, and let's see what is going on with Blastaar and this first look and kit breakdown. I'm really excited for this one.
Hold on a second here. Blastar has no cooldowns whatsoever.
No cooldowns. What? Oh my god, okay.
Greetings, Commanders. My name is Pathfinder, and today we're going to be doing a deep dive in the next legendary character, Blastaar. The director of Marvel Strike Force combat team, Matt Sheets, is here to go over the big details from his kit, including how the devs use Blastaar to win. And then we'll cover how to unlock this legendary character at 7 stars for free. You don't want to miss a second, especially because we'll reveal a promo code later on in the video.
Ooh,
Here's
promo
Matt
code.
Sheets to tell us all about Blastaar. Matt, welcome to Strike Spot. How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm doing good. This is your first, post-strike time episode, so it's good to have you.
Yeah. I did a couple of those and excited to be back.
Yeah, so Matt, we're here to talk about Blastaar. So I want to know from you first, why did the team select Blastaar as the next legendary character?
Yeah, so we were looking at, Age of Annihilus, the Negative Zone, and some of the other big bads are in the Negative Zone, and so Blastaar floated at the top of the list. And so we are really excited to bring him to Marvel Strike Force.
What's the lore behind Blastaar? Is he a villain?
He is a villain. He's the king of his planet, and he rose in power and threatens.
All right, so he's a villain, cosmic bio blaster, obviously blaster, right? Legendary war ready, violent subjugation, concentrated blast, sweeping destruction, and the living bomb burst. Sounds fitting.
Not only other people in the Negative Zone, but also Fantastic Four and other people on throughout the Marvel Universe.
Okay. It's really cool learning about the Negative Zone and all of these different unique characters and how just crazy powerful some of them are. And Blastaar is no exception. So we're going to be talking a lot about him today. So what's Blastaar's specialty and how much trouble am I going to be in if I'm facing somebody with Blastaar?
So Blastaar I'm very excited to talk about Blastaar. He has something we haven't done in a while. Gambit was the first one where his special and his ultimate abilities both do not require any energy to use.
Oh my god, special and ultimate. So I'm curious how the AI is going to end up choosing. Is it just going to ult every single turn, or how is that going to end up working?
And so that is the big powerful part of his kit, where you have the freedom to use his abilities. His basic, his moniker is the Living Bomb Burst, so he has a new SAS effect that he gives himself called Bomb Burst that he gets off his basic. That his special and ultimate both scale the more Bomb Burst he has, and then his passive ability is very powerful, where if one of his allies that's not a summon uses their basic, he'll attack that primary target with an attack really similar to his basic from his passive and give himself Bomb Burst that way.
Okay, so hold on a second here. Blastaar has no cooldowns whatsoever.
Correct.
So how exactly is he going to be gaining these bomb burst charges, and what do they do? I assume that those abilities have to do something with those, right?
Yeah, so he's mainly a Cosmic Crucible Offense character, and so the way he gets those bomb bursts is not only off his.
All right, so he's going to be Cosmic Crucible. I kind of figured Crucible would end up being his game mode, and the third character is probably going to be the Arena character, would be my guess, and how that's going to end up going. So he's on offense. That means not defense because the AI and everything. Otherwise, I'm sure the AI is just going to ult every single turn if it can, unless it's like ability block type of thing. So that's interesting.
Basic, but also his assists, his ISO attacks, all also generate Bomb Burst. Whenever someone uses a basic on his team, he'll also do an attack that generates Bomb Burst. Now, the basic is very powerful because it also gives him speed bar for himself, a big chunk of speed bar, 30% speed bar. So he's going to be going often the more he uses either his basic or his passive attack.
And is that anytime he uses his basic, regardless of how many bomb burst he has, he's going to be gaining 30%?
So yes, after he uses basic, he'll always be getting that speed bar, and then bomb burst itself gives him speed also in Cosmic Crucible on offense.
Okay, and I think that a lot of people in the community were wondering about Quazar being a single character that you can plug in anywhere. Blastaar is going to work in the same fashion, right? He's going to be a character that can plug into whatever team you want him to plug into. He doesn't have his own unique team.
Correct. He is a plug-and-play character designed for Cosmic Crucible, mainly just like how Quazar was designed on offense. He is also on offense. He doesn't have a dedicated team, but there are some characters that synergize really, really well with him. People that have a lot of basic attacks. Kahori is very strong with Blastaar. Old Man Logan, where if you put Skirmisher on him and Striker on Blastaar, then he's getting all those assist attacks, also generating a lot of bomb burst for himself.
Oh, wow. So there's a lot of potential here to make some of these unique powerhouse characters even better when you plug Blastaar in there. So that's really cool. What can you tell me?
I'm curious how the Fantastic Four, because Human Torch being the fourth member of the Fantastic Four MCU team, go Blastaar with them, because Johnny gets the assist now whenever the Fantastic Four goes. So I wonder if he would end up getting something like that as well, to where Johnny ends up getting the basic attack, if that would end up triggering Blastaar. That would be really interesting and really powerful for that team.
A little bit about the special and the ultimate. Because there's no cooldown, how are those abilities going to work? Like, let's just start with his ultimate. What's unique about his ultimate?
Yeah, so his ultimate's in Attack All. It does a decent amount of piercing, and then it gains additional piercing per bomb burst, up to a whopping 1,250% additional piercing. So he hits hard.
Can you say that one more time?
Yeah.
1,250%.
Wow. Is the cap once he has 5 bomb burst.
Jeez.
It also has additional effects. If he has 3 bomb burst, it's going to reduce the duration of all positive effects on the enemies before the attack. It gains drain depending on how much bomb burst he has. Also lowers speed bar depending on how much bomb burst he has. For the ultimate, after he uses it, it does clear all the bomb burst on himself.
Okay.
And so you need to have his basic pretty much refill his bomb burst so he can explode again on his ultimate.
Okay. That's
Over 1,000% piercing on the ultimate, reduces all positive effects, hits everybody, and it has a drain to heal him back up. And you only need 5 charges, so that's gonna fill up quick. That's like turn 2 ult basically. Then they're all dead. Yikes.
yeah, that is quite the powerful ability there. And is most of that tied to Crucible Offense, or is there a good chunk of that you can use anywhere?
So a lot of the effects for the bomb burst are tied to Crucible Offense. The reducing duration is tied to Crucible Offense. The drain is also Crucible Offense. And so that's where he excels.
Okay. And tell us a little bit about the special then. What is the special going to be?
Single target?
So the special is kind of the ability where if you want to keep him alive, it does damage to the primary target and adjacent enemies. It also does a 10% max health steal, so he gains a little bit of health through that. It barriers himself, and it also heals himself. The heal actually weakens the more bomb burst you have, so you're trying to incentivize to use your bomb burst when they get up. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting the potential of the special's heal if you're only trying to keep him up alive. So the special is mainly his sustain if he's not ready to explode on his ultimate, or the basic, which is still very powerful, not just only because it gives a bomb burst, but because in Cosmic Crucible Offense, it does things like reduce the duration of Safeguard and Taunt immunity.
Oh, wow. So a powerhouse in Crucible, but kind of similar to Quazar, will probably have some niche uses in other places. That's really cool. But before we go on, don't forget to like the video and hit that subscribe button. We want to hear from you about what you think about Blastaar. Where will Blastaar slot into your squads, and what ability has got you the most excited? Make sure to leave a comment down below. Well,
yes, my thinking on it is the Kahori Old Man Logan definitely is enticing on there to kind of get him going. another option, I think the Fantastic Four MCU with the Human Torch, because he gets the assist now, that would cause him to do a basic attack for the ISO, I believe. So I think that would end up triggering Blastar's basic, and that the way Franklin and Invisible Woman work, I think that would be pretty deadly. I want to definitely test that one out. Old Man Logan, Kahori, as he said, powerhouse type of thing that you could end up doing. If that ends up actually working, then you can slot somebody else in there to kind of fill out the team. Maybe Guardian for the offense up and everything. And that would save your Fantastic Four. I'm definitely curious to test this character out, though. He does sound pretty insane.
Similar to how we've done Quazar and how we're going about this whole chapter structure, the legendary characters are completely free through engagement. So are we going to be doing anything different with Blastaar at all, or is it going to be kind of very similar playbook to Quazar?
Yeah, it's a really similar playbook. The main important thing that players should take away is playing Marvel Strike Force every day. You'll be getting his shards through the command center, through either daily, weekly, monthly, similar to Quazar. It all boils down to play Strike Force every day to get those shards and unlock the character and then fully power him up.
Okay, and I think like you've already heard, we are looking at what we're going to be doing with those red stars. So hopefully we'll have some more news on that very soon as we start chapter 2. Let's give...
Yeah, I think the red star thing, they need to do something with the trials, because I actually put a poll out on my Discord basically saying, hey, how are you guys approaching this? Are you just going to do this whenever you want, not really rush into it, and just do milestone and chill? Or are you actually going to push and kind of play it for fun and kind of do a mix and match, like maybe wait but still push, or play it for fun but keep kind of seeing if you top your score, stuff like that? It was like 83 people said they're just doing milestone and chill. So I think they do need to do something with the leaderboard portion of the Quazar trials to kind of make you want to push. I finally did mine last night before I went to bed, and I just did milestone and chill. I might end up pushing more when I get Franklin, but I don't feel enticed to do it, which is a shame. So I do hope they try to fix the trials portion of this, because I don't mind them kind of giving out these legendaries for free or the red stars, but we need something to push on those leaderboards to really get it going.
Everyone watching a big advantage when it comes to Blastaar. So let me ask you this, Matt. How do you use Blastaar, or what's a secret tip that you would give the players watching at home?
I kind of always spoil it, like Kahori and Blastaar are almost best friends. The amount of basic attacks that she puts out, very, very powerful. Old Man Logan's also very strong because it allows Blastaar to gain a lot of assists. And so I think you're gonna see a lot of people mixing and matching, trying to figure out which ones he slots well on Annihilators, because there's so many times where it's not a great time to use Gladiator Special. And so now the basic is much more powerful because it pulls in Blastaar. And so I think you're going to see a lot of unique teams where people are incentivized to use the basic more, holding their special and their ultimate for better opportunities to use it in the match.
Okay, very cool. Well, this sure was a a Blastaar talking with you today, Matt. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
And if you...
That was so cringe. Come on, man.
You made it this far into the video and you survived that pun, we have a promo code for you. Make sure to go to the player gift section of MarvelStrikeForce.com and type in the code BlastarLegend. Make sure you do
Blastar Legend. Let's go ahead and go there right now. See if we can get this going. All right, so for you that haven't done it before, go ahead to the website, click the hamburger icon right here. We go down to player gifts, Blastaar Legend. And there it is, 1 million gold, 20,000 intel. I like it. Thank you for that promo code right there.
Do it in all caps, and don't tell anyone about this code. It's only for those who watched the whole video. That's all for now, Commanders. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next episode of Strike Spot.
All right, is there a post-credit scene? Oh, there is.
but this sure was a Blastaar talking to you, Matt. Oh, man. I cracked myself up.
Good stuff, good stuff. All right, so yeah, Blastaar, definitely interesting. Let's go ahead and check out some save squads that I have real quick. So we go to the save squads portion, go to Crucible. Accursed, he wouldn't slot in there. They don't get any form of assist, and you need to use their basics, so that wouldn't work. Starjammers need the full team. Immortal X-Men need the full team. So this is something I was kind of toying around with. I was trying to make a save squad based off of the information we have with Blastaar. So what I'm thinking, if we end up coming across like a team that say has like a Mephisto Xavier, this could possibly something we could end up messing around with. Well, not really with the Xavier comp, because Xavier's going to shut down the Kohori portion. But using like a Odin who gets an assist now, we get Old Man Logan who's able to do assist as well. Now, those assists won't end up happening with Kohori, but they will happen with Blastaar kind of doing the basic, make these two skirmishers, Blastar's the striker. That's going to pump out a lot of damage, Odin's battlefield effect. And then you have like a null to where you could end up doing the special to get Carnage out there. More characters kind of play around with that. I think that could be an interesting offensive team that we have on here. But I still keep going back thinking about the Fantastic Four team, because even though you're not going to be doing a basic with the main character, there's going to be the assist now on those characters' turns. So again, I want to see how that interaction works. So I'm going to do some testing around with that portion. Hopefully when we get some gameplay footage, that is something to kind of toy around with in war, and then that would end up translating over to Crucible. The Annihilators is pretty interesting too. So basically, if we end up removing these characters right here, do we want Thanos endgame for offense? I think Thanos would end up staying on the defensive side, but we'd have, say, a Gladiator, put him on a bookend, Gore, and then Null. So if we do Gore right here, Null, because those two are like a huge powerhouse couple they could end up doing. And then you'd end up running like, say, Silver Surfer or Ultimus, depending on who ends up going on there. That's if you want to run the 3-piece on there. I think you'd still want to, because they do get a lot of pretty good benefits where you can't get the vulnerables on the team. That really protects your team. Surfer being on there, because Surfer, if we end up saving this right here, let's go ahead and pull up Surfer's kit. We'll do save on there. Yeah, save it. So if we end up going to Silver Surfer, he really ramps up off of his passive right here to where anytime he takes a turn, he gains 15% speed, up to 45% extra speed on there. And his speed is 126 on here. So he's fairly fast, and get an extra 45% speed off of that, he'd start really ramping up, getting more basics out there, getting Blastaar really moving. I think he'd be a really interesting character to kind of slot with them. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that save squad saved and try to use that one as well on offense, because the extra speed from Null and Gore due to Null's passive, I think that'd be a really good team actually. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. What characters are you gonna guys end up using for that? Now, there was a message that came out in the game news portion on here. The prices of the diamonds for Captain Britain and Mephisto looks like they're coming to the store. It said this Friday we're adding Ares, Captain Britain, Mephisto to the Elite Store for the diamond upgrades. Here's the cost on them. And the scroll heist is going to be back. This is how you're going to be able to... You'll not be giving out scroll diamonds for this heist. Instead, 1 diamond for Captain Britain, Ares, and more. So yeah, free 1 diamond for Captain Britain, Ares, and everything. That's pretty cool. I need the 2 and 3 diamond for Britain. I already got the 3 diamond from that event that they had, to where you had to kind of hold the diamond for him. So I do have the 3 diamond for Mephisto. Looks like I need 12,600 diamond credits for Captain Britain. So I'll be able to buy that. So that's pretty exciting. yeah, I have a lot of currency for that stuff. So I'm curious where you guys are at with that as well. Now, don't forget to use that promo code Blastaar Legend as well. And hopefully you guys are excited for Blastaar coming to the game. I'm actually pretty excited for him. That gives a lot of theory crafting, even with all of the cookie cutter teams using some of these powerful characters. Really excited for that type of stuff. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have one for the rest of the day.